Hi everyone, if you don't know who I am, my name is Paul. I'm a psychic intuitive here on YouTube and TikTok. Sorry about the unstable shot, I don't currently have a tripod, so we are working with what we got. Now, today, I have pile 1 over here in correspondence with a guitar pick. Here we have pile 2 in correspondence with a Scarlet Witch ring. Okay. Pile 3 here, we have it in correspondence with a white shoe. Okay. And pile 3 over here, we have it in correspondence with a flamingo. Okay? So, take a minute, drink your water, figure out which pile is calling to you, which token is calling to you. Take your second, take a breath, pause the video if you need to, and we're going to get right into pile 1. Hey guys, so if you chose pile 1 and the guitar pick, this is your reading. I want to say I've been getting very upset trying to film this. I looked at your cards 10-15 minutes ago and I'm still trying to just start the video. I am so overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that I feel right now. It's not even funny. If you are feeling dull, like you can't express yourself, okay, I want you to know these are what I wrote, okay? Uneasy, anxiety. Those are the first things that I wrote for your reading. Those are the first notes I got, the first thing I got, okay? And I don't usually get major anxiety when I do it. And I don't mean to be aggressive, but I need you to hear this message. You are the opportunity you seek. You are the opportunity that you seek. Okay? And I also wrote down boba tea, so that perhaps is a synchronicity. The archetype card that we pulled for you guys is the self. This is creative expression. This is being 100% authentically yourself without any hesitation or limits. This is truly embodying this is the embodiment of what we want for you. Okay, I think you're on your mission to get to this point, and I think you're on this reading because you want information on that. Okay? Your oracle card, I pulled failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. You need to make sure you keep that message in your brain. Failure is opportunity to grow. It is the best fertilizer that you can get. Okay? The lover is reversed. Perhaps you had a recent divorce, a separation, something that is just making you want to close off your heart and close off everything. But let me tell you, if you do that, if you close out your heart, if you close out every emotion that you have, it will close out this 3 of Wands opportunity that is presenting itself to you now. Okay? Your main thing right now is learning to love yourself. Learning to truly embody the self. Learning to look in the mirror and say, this is who I am, repeatedly. Literally 100 times until you start crying. Literally look in that mirror and say, this is who I am, and I love it. I love who I am, because you should. There is lots of potential around you, okay? And I'm gonna pull 1 extra tarot card for you guys, because there's really not much of a message here. The only message is that you're on a mission of self-discovery, and that is what's most important. You need to start viewing the hardships that happen to you as lessons, as chances to grow, as fertilizer. If you are a flower, that's fertilizer. The Wheel of Fortune. Perhaps you've been on a cycle. Perhaps you've been on a cycle of doing the same thing repeatedly and you're scared you're going to make that cycle again. Okay, this in the reverse position would indicate to me that yes, you're going to stay on the cycle. You are going to see the cycle for what it is, for what it truly is. And I genuinely feel like this separation that happened to you, whatever this lover's reversed situation is that happened to you, is what is paving way for you to clear out negative thing that you've been continuously doing forever. Okay? Final messages that I have for you guys. Failure, or seeing things as failure, there's no such thing as failure. There's only such thing as growth. Okay? I have never failed in my life. I'm still here, still standing, and I've done some stupid shit. Okay? But that doesn't make me a failure. It makes me strong. I have experienced so much. I've messed up so many things. I've learned so much from my hardships. And that's the process and the journey that you're on right now. Starting to put kindness into other people, which I think might be a little hard for you, will help you put kindness into yourself, okay? Because that's genuinely what you need. I feel like you look in the mirror and you say, I'm stupid. I hate myself. I'm about to start crying. Don't do that. You're not stupid. You don't have to hate yourself, okay? You're not a failure. The only thing you have to do is learn to love the self that lives within you, because it's bright and it is ready to go whenever you are ready to let it, okay? So, embody your goals, your dreams, your ideal version of who you want to become, and move forward towards that without hesitation. So, and also the cycle you've been going through is going to be broken. This separation was the defining factor. But I have to tell you, don't let this bring you down. Don't let this bring you down. This is an opportunity to escape the cycle you've been in. So, that's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, follow, share, ring the notification bell, do all that ish. It really helps me out, and I hope to see you guys next time on to pile 2. Hey everyone, so we chose pile 2, and the Scarlet Witch ring, I hope it's focusing, I can't see my camera. This is your reading. So a couple things I wrote down. Ancestral energy, some kind of ancestors are coming through here. We'll get into that. If we can get into that, I'll see. I just wrote that down. I wrote down sorrow, and I wrote down gravy boat. So, let's see. So first off, let's get into your archetype, which is the Starborn. This is you. You're cracking out of your human shell. You are reaching a point to where you are fully aligned with your divine purpose, and you are understanding that this is the early foundations of your ultimate success, of your ultimate dream. This is the foundation. Whatever you're doing right now is the foundation, okay? You recently have left a situation. You recently started exploring again, discovering again. We pulled the 2 of Cups here as well. So there is some kind of connection. I'm perhaps thinking that this connection is what you have walked away from and decided to move on from, okay? Because I also pulled the relationships oracle card for you, okay? I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good, okay? So I feel like you've been indulged in a love situation that you have been giving your all to. You have been putting everything into this. This person was not giving back to you. And you're over it, okay? You're over it, okay? You're walking away. And I don't feel like this is a really sad, because I definitely do feel the sadness, but I feel more motivation than anything. And I think that's what you feel. I think this moment, this situation that happened to you was meant to push you to crack your shell to be able to live your divine purpose. Because now I think you're supposed to be a family person. I think you're supposed to have a family. If you don't have a family, XYZ, whatever. But I just truly feel lots of family energy coming through here. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. This person that you were with was not serving your higher good, okay? And you realize that. And you stepping away from this, connection is what's cracking open your shell, okay? I'm gonna pull one more tarot card for you, and we're gonna see what other messages do we have. One more card for people watching, Spirit. What kind of information do you have? What kind of information can you get for the people watching, Spirit? The Star. Yes, you are opening up to your purpose. You are literally stepping into your divine purpose. Are you also a witch? Because if you are, please, please, please start doing tarot readings. Or start doing your numerology or your astrology or whatever it is. Do it. Or if you make music, you make movies, or if you are thinking about starting a family, or you're thinking about starting a new job, go do it. It is time. It is time. You stepping away from this energy is what has made way for this. The Starborn and the Star. You were meant for great things in this world. You were meant to be a harbinger of love for all of us. Okay? Step in and tap into this cracked egg. Tear it open. Okay? it's coming. Maybe don't tear open the egg because I feel like that might like hinder the progress of growth, but like let that shit crack and keep letting it crack, okay? Keep hitting it every day with the hammer. Just tap it once a day. Tap it once a day, all right? Because your purpose is coming to you. And once you start aligning with these people who are actually in correspondence with your purpose, the people who believe in you, because there is people that will believe in you, like me, people like your cousin. I don't know why I just got that. And there's lots of ancestral things coming through. I think that this is somebody that you knew that has passed away, and I want you to know that this person that has passed away is with you always, and they are watching you. They want you to succeed. They want you to push forward to this, okay? I think this was a person that you were really close to, okay? This ancestral energy. Perhaps you didn't really know them. Perhaps you were close with them in another life, but there is some kind of energy here that is watching over you. Okay, it's very, very strong ancestral energy. Somebody from your bloodline, somebody that had your blood is watching you in spirit. Okay, I want you to know that. I don't know who it is, and I don't really have any channeled messages for you, but they're watching you, and they're rooting for you. Okay, I really don't have any other messages for you guys, so if you enjoyed, please leave a like, share, follow, ring the notification bell, do all that ish. It really helps me out, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye. Hey everybody. So if you chose the white shoe in pile 3, this is your reading. Definitely taking steps. Taking steps. Getting ready for a new journey, huh? Let's see what kind of messages I wrote down for you. I wrote down cleaning the slate, Gemini, and twins. Okay. So, for your archetype, we got the threshold. You're on the cusp of deciding to move forward. You're at the cusp of deciding if this is ultimately what you want, okay? I think it is what you want. I think you're just afraid. I think you're in denial, all right? And this is what we got for the denial card. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness, okay? I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Okay. Here we pulled the King of Cups. Very mature emotionally, very stable emotionally. Here we pulled the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Typically a very abundant card, typically very powerful. Okay. The way that I have these cards laying out here right now, and I will show you how I have that. This is how I have them, kind of sitting up like this. So this is what this is telling me. You're at the threshold of something really major in your life, and you are afraid to move forward because you're afraid of financial failure. You're afraid of love failure, emotional failure. Okay? Let me tell you, this threshold does not come around regularly. This is a threshold for a reason. This is going to be the deciding factor if you are going to take that step forward or if you're going to live in fear with denial. Okay? Are you going to deny your future? Are you going to deny what is meant to come to you because of fear? I don't think you are. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight of awareness. Keep saying that to yourself. Understand what that means to you. Let me pull another card here for you. Is the person watching this or not? Your threshold, your fear of failure in love, your fear of failure with financial status. Your failure will be avoided as long as you move forward with a mental clarity, okay? I don't want you to be using necessarily your heart to make decisions right now. Use logic and use your brain, okay? Because this world is a cruel place and we still have to go to work to survive. We still got to do X, Y, Z to make it work, okay? But if you get into the mental energy of the Queen of Swords, this threshold, the fears that you have will fall away, okay? This Queen of Swords is what you're going to need to tap into to be able to push through this threshold without fear. With the Gemini energy here, I really feel that you're a Gemini. I feel like people look at you like you're crazy. You're not crazy. I love Geminis. Geminis are my favorite sign, and yes, I've met some crazy Geminis, but the good Geminis are my favorite people. The Geminis that aren't too intensely crazy are my favorite people. And the thing is, I love all Geminis because I love the craziness, all right? But you guys are smart. You're very, very quick on your feet, okay? You're very, very quick. I almost think of like a dancer. I want you to know that walking through this threshold is not going to make your fears come true. Walking through the threshold is actually going to bring about abundance in your love and abundance in your financial status. But you must move forward with logic. You must use logic to move forward or it won't work. This is the 3D, this is the world, okay? And we must utilize our awareness of it to push us to a new state of being, okay? So that's really all I have for you guys today. I don't have any other messages coming through. Just use logic, because this big giant thing that you have coming towards you, the threshold that you're walking to, don't be afraid of it. Walk through it, but use logic in going through. Cut the threshold with your Queen of Swords sword, okay? Cut that threshold with logic, and it will lead to your ultimate financial and emotional abundance. All right, so that's really all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, share, follow, ring the notification bell, do all that ish, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hi, everybody. So if you chose pile 4 in the pink flamingo charm, I hope it's focusing. If it's not, I'm sorry. This is your reading. So overall, energy of the reading, your archetype card is the Temple. This is your body. This is your material life. This is your 3D life, okay? And you value it. You value it a lot. Very, very intensely. You love yourself, and that's amazing. You recently had a situation, person, something that was taken from you and making you question, how are they doing this to me? How am I allowing this to happen? Okay? But I want you to know, I feel you've moved away. 6 of Swords coming up. You have decided to take what you have and move on, because that's who you are. Because you're a strong person, because you love yourself enough to say no more. And I want to tell you that I'm so proud of you for doing that. Okay? We have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups coming up for you. So you are very emotionally, financially stable, wealthy. You know your worth. You know what you want. You know how you want to go about your life. And anybody who gets in your way is not going to stand there. But when it's somebody that you love, you get fear. You feel like you need to let them walk all over you. Okay? 8 of Wands. But you decided, from walking away from this, you're going to move forward. You're not going to turn back. Okay? And that's amazing. All right? Moving on was definitely a necessary step, because your temple is valuable. I don't know why I'm holding it like this. Maybe it's being an arrow pointing somewhere. Your temple is valuable. Okay? And you know that. For your oracle card, I pulled fear. I realized that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. All right? And now I didn't personally understand that when I read it. And I'm just, this is one of my newer decks, so I'm still getting to learn it. So here's the guidebook message from that actual page. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. The outcome of all choices in life is determined by 2 emotions, love and fear. Your soul is made of energy of love, and fear is an earthly manifestation of challenge. To embrace and wallow in fear is to go against your very being. Fear, in its many guises, is the obstacle that your soul uses to test its tendency to stay on track. For a soul Human life can be very difficult, but acknowledging that your soul's true nature is love will always help you on your path. When fear rears its ugly head, it is really an opportunity for you to stare it in the eyes and turn that doubt into trust. View it as a teacher. What lessons are you learning from these fearful emotions? The more you use the energy of love to diffuse your fearful situation, the less often they will present themselves to you. So I really don't feel like you guys need advice. I feel like you more so just needed clarification and verification that yes, moving on from this person, taking a step away is exactly what you needed to do, because you know your worth and that is your success. Your temple, you knowing your worth, you knowing what you are meant for is what makes you so strong and intimidating to these people. So I am so proud of you for stepping away from them, because it needed to happen, or the situation, whatever it was. Taking a step away is what you needed. You know your worth. You know your emotional worth. You know your financial worth, all right? And you're moving forward. You don't care, okay? And I want you to know that is 100% the energy that you need to be embodying right now. Okay, so if you have been having any little trickles in your brain that are maybe thinking you're questioning the wrong thing, if you're thinking about going back, don't go back. You made the right decision. You trusted your body, you trusted your soul, and you trusted your intuition, and that is exactly what you needed to do. I don't really have any information for you guys or any guidance. I really just feel like I'm meant to tell you that you made the right decision moving away, and you know your worth, and stay in that. Always, always, always remain true in your worth. Yeah, so I think that's all I have for you guys. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, ring the notification bell, do all that ish. It really helps me out, and I hope to see you guys all next time. Bye. All right, guys. I filmed an outro the day that I filmed the video, and it was recording facing the wall. So this is the outro. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the support and everything like that. I hope the message resonated, and I hope to see you guys back next time. I don't really think there's anything that's coming up that I need to really talk about. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, ring the notification bell, do all that ish, and I'll see you next time. Bye.